Round one of the NBA playoffs is in the books. Well, almost. We got two series that are going to a game 7, but we're here to recap the first round and give y'all some thoughts of what we think about some of the teams and some of the series going on in the second round. And to do all that, we brought our good friend Jaysen on the show to talk some NBA hoops.
NBA insider, NBA insider,
NBA expert,
a real NBA guru. You feel me?
Jaysen, it's good to have you back on the show, man. It's been a minute. And excited to get to talk some ball, man. We had some really fun series and a lot of stuff to talk about. So,
yep. Starting with Cade Cunningham.
Hey, we can get started right there. We could start with the Pistons, but before we do all that, let's make sure that you guys are subscribing, liking the video if y'all are NBA fans. Make sure you follow Jaysen on his socials. We're gonna link those down in the description. And like I said, if you like this channel and you like the content that we put out, it would help me and Ethan out a lot if you follow, subscribe, share it with a friend, share it with a lover, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our links are going to be at AWR_podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. And without any further ado, the Young Rottweiler and 007 present round one recap with Jaysen Collins. So let's get right into it, guys. And Jaysen, you wanted to start with Cade Cunningham and the Pistons. So I say let's get started there, man. We're recording this on Saturday night after the Knicks closed the series with the Jalen Brunson crossover to end the game. Jaysen, how do you feel about this series before we move any further about the Pistons? How did you feel about this series overall and how these two teams matched up?
I had the Knicks winning, bro, but it wouldn't have surprised me if the Pistons won. It was a good series though. Like I didn't expect the Pistons to put up a fight like they did. Cade Cunningham showed me he definitely top 6, top 7 PGs in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
Brunson is still showing me he's still a killer, even though he fucking foul baiting all the fucking time. But
the whole series.
Oh my god, he's so nasty with it. It's really nasty. They finna get blasted by the Celtics in 5 games. But back to the Knicks and Pistons. It was a good series. I think the Pistons one move away. Zion, D-Book.
You really think that D-Book would leave the Suns to go there? Because I've been hearing that a lot too, but I just don't see it.
I don't think so. But it's wishful thinking for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a perfect fit out there in Detroit. But like you said, I think he's too beloved in Phoenix, and he not gonna want to leave, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just gonna say I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of guys on the move. I mean, I'm sure we'll get into some of the other players that will be available into more detail. But I mean, you've got the 2 superstars in Phoenix who are probably on their way out, and KD, maybe Devin Booker. We haven't really heard anything about it, but if I'm him, we trade Kevin Durant. That Phoenix Suns team is not really competing for anything. You got Giannis, who a lot of trade speculations are coming up. I don't know if Detroit really has a chance at him, but imagine adding Giannis to that team. That would be crazy.
I don't think they got a chance at him. I think they best chance. It might be Zion. I saw people saying Zion, but he too injured, bro.
Another option is out in Miami, man. I think Miami might be trying to change it up too. Maybe trade Tyler Hero or Bam.
I'm not mad at that. I think what the Pistons need is a secondary scorer. Don't get me wrong. Jalen Duren played really, really well this series. Usar, outside of getting absolutely cooked on that last play, I thought he played really, really good and showed the kind of leap that you want us to see in a second-year player. But I think the Pistons are in just a situation where like they just need a secondary scorer now. Jaden Ivey's cool. He's probably not going to be that.
Yeah, bro.
So when you're having Cade do so much, and Cade, don't get me wrong, Cade didn't have the greatest game 6. He was not that good that game. You're going to need another player to step up. And don't get me wrong, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway Jr. have been really, really good for the Pistons team this year. It's just you're gonna need someone a little higher on that level and scale.
I was about to say that your second best scorer can't be Malik Beasley, bro. If you're trying to compete for championships, your second best scorer can't be Malik Beasley. You know what I'm saying? Volume shooter, that can't be your second best scorer.
No, and then for him to talk shit the way that he did about Mikal Bridges, just for him to lose the ball out of bounds, oh, that was nasty.
And he was wide open.
Bro,
like they could have sent
play.
that to 7. They could have sent that to 7, bro.
But in another world, they were up 3-2 because let's be honest, Tim Hardaway Jr. got fouled in that game 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
On that 3-pointer. He really did. And all these games, for the most part, were really, really close. So it wasn't like
I saw them say it. It was like all but one game was decided by like 6 points or less or something like that. So
they were up by 7 this game with like 2 minutes left. And they just gagged it, bro. They ran out of gas so late. Like what was it? The Knicks went on like an 11-1 run, something like that to end the game.
Game got too physical. It got too physical. Like when Cage your only ball handler, bro, and he getting tortured by OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges because the playoffs are physical, you can't really do too much. Like he tired, and you don't got no secondary ball handler. Like Dennis Schroeder's your secondary ball handler. You're not going very far for real.
Yeah. No, but this is a good learning curve for this type of team, though.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, this is their first playoff experience since Cade's gotten to Detroit, and I mean, personally, I liked what I saw from Cade in his first playoff series. Again, I think if you add a little more help around him, Detroit could make a little more noise. But I think they should be careful of falling into the same pitfall as like Phoenix got into of like, okay, we have this guy, in their case, of Devin Booker, of just like, hey, we're just going to try to put as many big superstar talent as much as we can get on this team. We don't give a shit about the picks. We don't give a shit about future players. We're just going to try to get a contender around Cade. I think they should be patient. Don't rush anything, because if you fuck up the rest of your picks and you don't have anyone else, you're just going to be stuck in a very similar situation that some of these other teams are in, where you're paying one player or one or two players, and then the rest of your team is just ass. So,
hey, and my thing with Cade is, I think Cade will leave Detroit. He not as tied to the city as Devin Booker is with Phoenix. I think he'll leave Detroit if he ain't winning for real.
That's fair.
Maybe. Well, I mean, congrats to the Knicks. I mean, like you said, they're probably gonna get blasted by Boston in 5 games. So it's like, did you win? Really? Did you win the grand prize of them all? Like, I'm pretty sure they were hoping to probably run into Cleveland more than anything.
It's the same thing on the other side of it. Like the Clippers and Denver. Like yeah, okay, you just won the series, but now you get to go face a team that's lost 14 games this year and they got 10 days of rest. Congrats.
Yeah. Speaking about that team, that was one of the more uninspiring series that OKC put up this past week. It's safe to say that they're looking the part, especially come playoff time, and that's without Shea playing the greatest of hoops. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not really playing that great, and they blasted Memphis. And now Memphis is in a similar situation that we talk about a lot of these teams, where it's like, what do you do now? Like, you had Ja back. Yeah, he missed 2 games, but it's like, was it really a difference? They got blasted when he was playing.
Well, I mean, they was up 30 before he got hurt. You know what he said? He said, "I figured him out." I don't think he figured him out. I think they were gonna win the one game they were supposed to win, and it just didn't happen because he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think they blew it up too early. Like, they got rid of D Brooks. They should have ran that group back one more time, because they're in a bad spot right now. Like, you got to sign JJJ to a super max.
God knows how much money.
I think I saw a number. Right? It was like 300 mil. I think I saw a number like that. And I'm like, you gotta, because if you don't sign him, somebody else will. And like, are you gonna let JJJ walk for nothing?
Yeah, and it's like, he's a good player. He's a good player, but he's
a good player. But 315 M's.
Yeah, these playoffs keep showing that, like, is he might not even be a top 20, top 25 type of player.
He's not.
Like, you're paying all that money for a guy that should be a top 10 player. That money tells me you should be one of the 10 best players in basketball, and you're just not. And it goes
Yeah,
same
but
goes with a guy like Desmond Bain. I think Desmond Bain's a baller. Like him on a lot of teams being your third or fourth best player will work. The problem is in a lot of situations he's their secondary scorer, and he's not good enough to be their secondary scorer. Third maybe, but not.
He already peaked. Like he came into the league at what 22, 23? He's the best he's gonna be at this point, bro. He's definitely your third best player. He's not. He shouldn't be your second best scorer. He should be in like a Norman Powell situation where you got Harden and Kawhi, and he's the third best scorer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know where they go from here, bro.
yeah, Memphis is in a weird spot right now. I feel like they're kind of like they're in between a rock and a hard place of deciding, hey, do we want to continue this Jaren kind of like timeline that we've been working on? They've got a lot of free agents this offseason. Marvin Bagley, Luke Kennard, Yuki, Santi Aldama is also a restricted free agent. So they've got a lot of guys they're going to want to bring back. But like you guys are saying, if they pay Jaren Jackson, all that money is tied up on two guys. And for as much as we love Ja on the court, we know we know some of his off the court antics can get him in trouble. He also, and the injuries have also been a big concern. So these are real problems that Memphis needs to look into. Really look deep down into themselves and say, what is our identity? Who are we going to build this team around? And who are some of the people we're going to have to sacrifice in the sense of maybe we don't give Jaren Jackson that extension, or if we do, it's a sign and trade, man. We send his ass somewhere else, and we just kind of hit a reset on this Ja era. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know, because at the same time, like you don't want to get rid of a player like Jaren Jackson when you're in a market like Memphis. You don't really get players like him that often.
Yeah.
I will say Ja started looking like himself once they got rid of Taylor Jenkins. They just need another scoring wing, like a second option scorer. They need one bad. And my thing is there aren't too many on the market right now. So they kind of stuck. Like KD is a good one. Like if you could go get KD, but
he's not going to come play in Memphis.
He's not coming to play for Memphis. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They need a second option scorer, and then they right back where they need to be. But like you said, like if you pay Jaren Jackson that money, how are you going to get another superstar to pair next to Ja that can really go score? Because that's what Jaren's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a second option, but he don't got the game like that. He don't got game like that.
Yeah, and let alone bring back your depth, which was one of your strengths this year. I mean, like I said, you've got a lot of players you need to bring back and a lot of players that you need to look forward at paying, because you said Desmond Bain's like this was his fourth season. So his option should be coming up soon, right?
Yeah. I think he already signed though.
Oh, he resigned?
No, I'm pretty sure he's already locked up.
Yeah, I think he locked up.
Okay.
But yeah, like you paying Jaren Jackson that money, he's supposed to be your second option, but that's not Jaren's game. Like he's a defensive player, and he's gonna be your third option because he don't got enough game to be your second option as a scorer.
Yeah, Desmond Bain's already locked up. He got like 3 more years on his deal. 4 more years on his deal, so he's locked up. But another team that's running parallel with them, but I think their situation is a lot clearer. It's the Miami Heat. Man, it's time to blow this team up. It's time to blow this team up. We talked about it already after the Jimmy sweepstakes. And I hate that people are like, well, maybe Jimmy was right about they should have paid him. No, they shouldn't have paid him. Jimmy Butler was not that good the past year and a half for the Heat. He would have not made a difference in this series against the Cavaliers. Maybe he would have got a game, but you're splitting their hairs at this point. And now you're in a situation where the roster's not very good. Your 2 younger guys are kind of stalling out, and it's kind of easy to see that like they're capped as far as their potential. Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero, they're not superstars. They're not top 15, top 20 players. They're all-stars for sure, but you're just not going to win anything. And even when you have a coach like Eric Spoelstra, he's probably the best coach in basketball, and you weren't able to take a game off of the Cavs with those 2 players, it tells me that like your team is just flat out not good enough.
The worst place to be is right in the middle, man, because you can't go up too far because you're not good enough, and you're not getting enough draft picks because you're not bad enough. You just in the worst spot. Just blow it all up. Get rid of Tyler Hero. I mean, if you want to keep Bam, keep him. Like, but somebody got to go. Like, you got to get to the point where you got to suck for a little while and go get you some draft picks, bro. Because it's ugly out there. And like, I can't even speak about the Cavs series that much because I didn't even really watch it because I'm not watching the Miami Heat play basketball, bro.
Fair.
Like, I couldn't even
You
tell
didn't
you
miss
like
much.
what. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what happened in that series for real because I didn't watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That team is just bad. It's just bad, bro.
it really is. Like they don't have a lot of options outside them too. You're right. They're in a middle spot where like neither one of the two guys are in their upper echelon. Maybe like a guy like Trae Young or Apollo Banchero with other teams, and they can't get any other pieces. Like this is just what it is for them to get other pieces. They're gonna have to
Like you
trade.
trying to
them
force
on.
Andrew Wiggins to be your second scoring option. Like that's
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins is a third option at best, man. Like that's not you. You in a bad spot if you got Andrew Wiggins trying to be your second option. Like
That year in Golden State full of people. That happened once, and it looks like it's not gonna happen no
but he
time.
was a third option though. Like he didn't fool people. He was playing in the role he was supposed to be playing, and he was third option.
I don't know. I think he, especially that season, he was definitely the second option for come playoff time. In my
Yeah, I feel
opinion,
like it was second, third option by committee with him and Clay and everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
Jordan won everything. Yeah.
yeah, but being a clear cut second option is not for Andrew Wiggins, man.
No.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm in the boat that Miami should blow it up. You have a few players that I think are worth keeping around and seeing how they develop. I thought Khalil Ware had a really great season.
The goods.
Yeah, he's good. He's definitely someone I'd look at keeping around, maybe long term. They still got Nikola Jovic, who, hey, I mean, they drafted him early. He's still got some potential. He's one of those guys I'd hold on to, but like you said, Jaysen, you can't be stuck in that middle purgatory. You got to be bad for a year, get a high lottery pick, and hopefully get one of those stars back on your team to bring Miami back to the promised land. Because with this roster, you're not making it out the first round, and I don't even know if you're making the play-in next
keep
year.
Bam and get rid of everybody else, man. Because Bam is like he's been there the longest. I'm sure Bam doesn't really want to leave per se. Keep Bam and then get stuck in purgatory for 2 years, get some draft picks.
Let's see what happens after that.
And see what happens after that. Because where they at right now is not where you want to be, bro.
No, not at all. But I think a team that their outlook is probably a lot more promising is the Orlando Magic. And I know people are thinking, damn, they got smacked in 5 by the Celtics. They did. But when you have a player like a gentleman sweep, exactly. When they have a player like Paolo Banchero, anything is possible. And I think that the option is pretty clear here. Get Paolo to do less things, and he will be a top 10, top 8 player in the league. Get him to do less things for your basketball team, and that's how good you can be. You have a number one option, I believe, in Paolo Banchero.
Yes.
I think he's in the same tier as far as younger players as you have a guy like Cade Cunningham. I just think they have him doing too many things. They have him bringing the ball up the court. They have him initiating the offense. They have him being the primary scorer. He's their best primary defender. Like you have him doing too many things. You need to take a lot of things off his plate.
They need a point guard and they need shooters.
Shit, Kojo was running out there for them, bro.
You said who?
I said Kojo, Corey Joseph. How's he's getting run?
Yeah, bro. He's what 34, 35. Like
yes, he was on the Spurs championship teams, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah, like Suggs got injured, but I don't even think he's the answer at point guard. I feel like he's better as a secondary playmaker. Like they go get some shooters, and that's what they brought KCP in for. And he shit the bed the whole series. Like how you a shooter? We bring you in to shoot. We pay you all this money to shoot, and you can't hit a shot.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be one of the missing pieces for that team. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they at that spot, go get you a PG. Go do what the Pistons did. Go get some shooters like Malik Beasley. Go get some vets like Malik Beasley, Tobias Harris. Surround them around Franz and Paolo. You cooking.
But they might be in a situation when it's now time for them. Like, do we look at them like, hey, do they make a leap for a big time guard like a Trae Young or a LaMelo Ball? Because you have pieces that you can trade. Like, you have Jalen Suggs, you have Cole Anthony, you have Anthony Black. These 3 guards that they really haven't panned out as far as scoring, and they've carved out a role for themselves, absolutely. But those are 3 guys that you look for. Jonathan Isaac too. His time is getting to an end. Like, what can we get for those type of players, and can we flip them to have Paolo and Franz. And if it's a situation where like maybe you even have to think about trading a guy like Franz for the point guard that matches with Paolo, it's got to be the right choice though. It's really got to be the right choice. And it's not.
I think you keep both of them.
Franz. I think Franz is a baller, but it's like, what do you do? You know.
I think you keep both of them, and I think you try to trade Suggs and go get you a Trae Young or LaMelo Ball, like, because I think AB can fit into that role, that hard-nosed defender where he can, if he can knock down 34% from deep, I feel like he can plug and play into that Jalen Suggs role. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a Trae Young, a star PG, and they cooking.
Yeah, I like overall what the Magic did. I'm a Paolo fan too, so seeing them make it to the playoffs, and even though they got their asses handed to them by the Celtics, which wasn't a surprise for most NBA fans, I'm excited for what the Magic have in store. Like I said, I'm a fan of Paolo. I like Franz, and I think if they just make a couple more moves, they're in there. So, Celtics obviously taking care of business. Do we have any concerns about the Jaylen Brown injury heading into the next series?
Nah, we got Tatum, bro.
All right.
31, 11, and 5 this series. Ain't nobody talking about that though. Y'all gonna start putting respect on Jayson Tatum. When he get that Finals MVP this year, we gonna speak for real. Don't worry.
That charity Finals MVP, man.
When he get a Finals MVP, I swear to God, we gonna have conversations.
What conversations there do we have? Tatum's a top 5 player.
Oh, he's top 5 now?
Yeah. I mean, he just can't crack the other boys. He's just not in combos with the other boys. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Mortal men don't have conversation with gods, man. Have fun with that. Like,
well, see, I mean, it's kind of weird because I see that like there's a narrative on social media that Jayson Tatum's overrated, and that's crazy to me because overrated because, well, I guess this is a good transition into our most overrated, or I guess the league's most overrated player, and Tyrese Halliburton with the Pacers, because they close out the Bucks in 5 as well. Gentleman's sweep. And before we talk about the series as a whole, what do y'all think about Tyrese's dad coming onto the court and clowning Giannis as the game's ending?
Jackass.
And Giannis's reaction too.
Jackass, bro. Like, yeah. Giannis don't do. Giannis was standing there contemplating what just happened in that series, and you got Halliburton dad talking shit. Giannis ain't saying shit. Giannis contemplating what he finna do next, and you got Halliburton dad coming there talking shit. Don't get me wrong. I don't care for the Giannis fake humble gimmick. I don't care about all that.
I don't care for that at all.
At that moment though, he wasn't doing that. So I don't know what Halliburton dad was doing. You feel me? Giannis had every right to do what he wanted to do right there.
But you're not wrong. Like, you could see the wheels turning in Giannis's head. Like, what would happen to how many? You can see it in his head doing the math. How many games? How much money am I losing if I just slide on Halliburton dad right here in front of everybody? The amount of restraint bro, he was holding it back. You could see the wheels turning. And then for like I made to talk about this earlier this week. People don't give Giannis the respect that he deserves as far as being a crash out goes. Bro, that final, like, once that buzzer rang, his head was on 8 different planets. Bro, he was gonna fight Halliburton dad. He was choking out Benedict Mathurin, and he does all that to start clapping at the away fans like he's at home. He had no idea where he was. He was seeing red. And then for him to do that press conference, lashing out at everybody, doing the whole humble gimmick after earlier in the season, him tweaking on Malik Beasley, like, it was a lot. And I don't think people showed Giannis the proper respect for what he did as an entertainer to end that game. That's what we needed.
He's hilarious, man.
Yeah, I love
Giannis. Is hilarious.
I love Giannis, man. And Tyrese Halliburton better be lucky, because you do that to Draymond or Isaiah Stewart, you're getting the shit slapped out of you. So Giannis is like, that fine is going to be too much. Just not a good look for one of the most humble players in all of basketball. But as we
get it done at 5.
Hey, yeah, I mean, I didn't think so either. I thought the Bucks were going to put up a little more of a fight, but with that being said, they do lose Damian Lillard to a torn Achilles in this series. and that's just brutal. He had come back from
done.
the blood clots, and yeah, man, it is really hard to sit here and say that Dame isn't done because he's tearing his Achilles at the age of 34. I think by the time he comes back next year, he'll be 35, and that's just a horrible injury to have to go through if you're an explosive guard like Damian Lillard, and he depends on his explosiveness so much in his game that there's a chance that he's just not the same guy that we saw previous seasons. And that's a problem for Milwaukee because they were already having problems winning games when he was healthy and he was playing. So the question is, what do you do with this team? You can't really add free agents. You don't have a lot of trade assets, not a lot of picks to use here. So what's the move? Do you trade Giannis? But at the same time, you don't get a player like Giannis in Milwaukee very often. So it's a tough conversation. But as we see Jaysen leave, we'll get him figured back out and get him added in here. But while we figure that out, how do you feel about the Giannis thing? Do you think there's actually now a better chance that he's out of Milwaukee now that Damian Lillard tore his Achilles and just suffer that embarrassing loss?
I think that there's a good
difficulties.
chance that he's out. Yeah, technical difficulties. You straight. Yeah, no, I think there's a good chance Giannis is done. Like he's kind of maxed out. You see it on the look on his face after the game. You can see that he's like, where do we go from here, right? Because they got bounced by the Pacers last year, and all you could think was, damn, if they had Dame here, if him and Dame were in sync, that maybe they could do something. They fired Budenholzer. They got Doc Rivers. Didn't make a difference. The roster isn't good at all outside of Giannis and Dame. And now that Dame is more than likely cut out of the equation because of his injury history and his age, this is probably it. Unless Giannis want to sit through a rebuild, it's probably done how it is.
I think I don't know if there is a rebuild. I don't think they have any draft picks for the next 5 years as far as first round goes.
They don't.
They don't. Like,
what young assets do they have too, bro? Like, is there any other player on this team that you can think about? Like, all right, this is a guy that we want to build around, or at least keep as a foundational piece. No,
you sent all your picks away to get Dame. Then you traded the only young player that could have turned out Johnson to the Wizards. They have no promising young players. They got no real pieces. Like you got Kyle Kuzma, Bobby Portis. You're not winning nothing with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm the Bucks, I don't trade Giannis unless he want out. Like you said, Gage, you don't get a player like Giannis too often. If he don't want out, I'm gonna let him right here too. Like Giannis is still gonna put butts in seats in Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't gonna win, we're gonna make some money.
No, exactly. At that point, like your greatest ever franchise player, it's like, bro, we're gonna suck, and if you want to be here while we suck, the more the merrier.
If you want to go, we got you. But if you want to stay here,
this is what it's gonna look like. Like, yeah, they were gonna keep you, and this is what it's gonna look like. And
I think they had that conversation with him, like, hey, like Dame just tore his Achilles, bro. Like he a small guard and he's 35. He probably cooked, man. Like, and we can't go get anybody else for you, bro. We're probably gonna be stuck in that middle tier where we probably gonna be fighting for the 6 to 8 seed every fucking year. If you want to do that, cool. We love you out here. But if not, send me your list of destinations. We're gonna see what we can make happen.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Well, we got to talk about the guys who did this to Giannis and the Pacers because they're moving on to the second round to take on the Cavs. Do we take the Pacers that seriously after this series, and do we think they have a chance against the Cavs?
No.
But I do think they believe they earn more respect, especially the last 2 years, making it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Don't get me wrong, a lot of missing pieces were hurt from other teams, but they still got the job done. And a lot of people like me and Jaysen thought that the Bucks were going to put up a way better chance than they did. I had the Bucks in 6 if Dame was healthy. I was dead wrong. I was so wrong. And this Pacers team is becoming one of those, I want to say contenders, because I don't think they have that top end skill, but they're consistently, routinely beating teams in this NBA playoffs. So they deserve respect on that front.
They one piece away, but as far as beating the Cavs, like the East is top heavy. We saw it all year. It was going to be Celtics and Cavs from October. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they have a chance. I think it's over probably in 5. But I could see them getting 2 just off. I don't trust the Cavs. The Cavs are good, but I don't trust the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think like Ethan said, I think they get respect because they are beating teams. But
it's not like they're getting flamed out. Like they're going the last few years, they're having deep playoff runs. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But it's just when you look at the East, man, it's 2 teams and it's everybody else. Nobody else has a chance against the Celtics or the Cavs.
Yeah. And finally, the series that I wish we weren't here.
We got to talk about it, E, because hey, one of your teams had to lose, right?
Of course,
is the Mavericks or the Lakers, right?
Of course, man. Ant-Man, Superman, Batman, Wilson 5, man. This shit is sickening.
I was so wrong about this series, bro.
I think all of us were. I had the Lakers winning in 7.
I had the Lakers in 6.
I had Lakers in 6.
That was also my LeBron bias, but I also didn't think the Wolves had enough. But when you have no center, that's what's gonna happen. Like Jackson Hayes averaged 11 minutes.
Playable center. Because
playable center, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like they no playable center, bro.
Because with all due respect to Jackson Hayes, he is a borderline NBA player. Like he will be playing in another league near you very soon. So it's like,
dude, he made Rudy Gobert look like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Game 6. Like,
bro, he wasn't even playing in Game 6.
He didn't play. They ran small ball 5 the whole game.
Yes, bro. And that's where I gotta give a little bit of blame to JJ. Like, bro, you're being so stubborn, bro. You saw game 4. You saw game 4 where Luka and Braun and everybody was gassed towards the end of the game. And you didn't switch it up. You doubled down. You crashed out at the post. The fact that JJ Redick crashed out, not at the post-game press conference, the pre-game press conference, we should have saw the writing on the wall. Like, you do that. You were stubborn the entire series. And then for you to not play any bigs, nothing. You were playing Maxi Kleber in a elimination game. In 2025.
I knew the series was over when LeBron was posted on IG. My goat don't post on IG in the playoffs, man. I knew it was done. He wasn't locked in.
No more 0 dark 30. He's
no more 0 dark 30, man.
Oh my goodness, bro.
He responding to Kevin Gates in the middle of the playoffs. Oh yeah, we're cooked. You're not taking this serious, LeBron. Just go ahead and head home, man. I feel like next season should just be his last.
That's what I was saying.
I think next year
it should be his last, bro.
We'll run it back next year. I think is what the Lakers are thinking. Not with the same squad. I think they got to add some bigs, but I think we talked about it, E, where the rest of this roster isn't bad. You've got Dorian Finney-Smith. You've got
Rui was competent.
Rui was good this series, in my opinion. Yeah, crazy.
Rui was good.
I mean, you've got a couple of guys who can stay on this roster. Austin Reeves is kind of up in the air. If you really want to add another superstar or something, maybe he's someone that you think about trading. But for all of his struggles in this series, I think there are things you can overcome eventually, if he's coming off the bench next year or something. But
not even that. Let me get on my soapbox. Like, I was trying to say this when the Luka trade happened. Austin Reeves just cannot be the third star with LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Like, he just cannot. And it's not to say he's not a good player. The fit just doesn't make sense. Like, what he does as a ball handler and a scorer is redundant with Luka on the court. We saw this in the Minnesota series. So if I'm the Lakers, the next step is pretty obvious. Like, you have to build this Lakers team just around Luka. Like, Bron's got 1-2 years max. The good thing, though, is you have the blueprint already on how to build a team around Luka. You saw him do it the last 2 years. You saw what probably would have been done this year if the Mavericks kept Luka. They probably would have been in the Western Conference Finals. Like, you have the blueprint of how to build the Luka Doncic team, and unfortunately, it's probably going to revolve around trading a player like Austin Reeves for a starting level big and a backup guard. Because guys like Gabe Vincent and Jackson Hayes, my good brother, you guys will not be on this team for much longer.
Yeah. the backcourt doesn't work because you got 2 non-defenders. You can't start a backcourt with 2 non-defenders, bro.
Yeah.
And like Ethan said, it's redundant. Like their play style is redundant. Like Luka's not playing off ball, and you're not getting the ball out of Luka's hands to put it in Austin Reeves' hands. I think you go get a big. I think you trade Austin Reeves while his stock is high, and you work from there because like two bad defenders as your backcourt is not going to work, especially when you don't have any more defenders or a rim protector to work with anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work. So I think they should trade Austin Reeves.
The thing for me is I could see Reeves coming off the bench, and if you can go get that guard by trading some of the, I mean, they were trying to trade Dalton Connect for Mark Williams, but remember that trade didn't go through. Mark Williams ended up failing his physical or whatever. Failing his physical, yeah.
I wonder what happened with that trade. Like what really went down?
Yeah,
if I had to get, I think the Lakers got cold feet. That's
probably what happened. Yeah.
My thing is, I don't know why. Like, you're not playing Dog Connect anyway, and you need a big. Like, you just traded Anthony Davis. You need a big.
You needed a big when Anthony Davis is there.
Yeah.
But what
Anthony Davis was so adamant, I'm not playing the 5. Go get me a big man. And my thing is, I understand it. Like, the year they won a chip, they had Dwight and JaVale McGee.
They also had Marc Gasol.
Go get me a big. Like we've seen what happens when y'all get me a big. Go get me a 5-man. And now they stuck with Jackson Hayes. So they stuck too.
What's his name? Alex Len.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and I gotta give a little bit of like pushback to Luka too. Y'all know how I feel about him, man. And I'm gonna cut him a lot of slack too because like him having the worst injury of his career this year with his calf and missing a lot of the beginning of the year. Then to get traded mid-season and the psychological and emotional toll that did on him, that didn't help at all. He was also like not non-existent on defense for a lot part of this series, and it's not
He's always been like that. It's just more eyes on him because he's in LA.
My thing is, I don't think so, bro. We watched him last year be competent on defense. I know people want to point to that Boston series, and my whole thing with that Boston series is like, bro, when you have 4 guys that get you 20. It is what it is. Like you're not locking that shit up. But he was competent against the Clippers. He was competent against OKC. I think a lot of it with Luka is like you could just see it's the effort thing. It's not that he's trash. It's just you could see he's just kind of just standing there doing whatever that he's doing. And it's like, I get it, Luka. Like you're the only one doing anything on offense, right? Because Bron is being streaky. You're like, there's no rim protector, so you're pretty much getting everything ISO. But a lot of stuff that Luka used to do, as far as like him going downhill, right? I get that you have the numbers advantage, but why are you kicking it out? Luka has a pretty good not mid-range floater game. He can finish around the rim, and a lot of stuff that we're used to seeing him do in the paint, like he's not doing it, or he just didn't do it at all this series. Yeah, and so I think this offseason is going to be really big for Luka.
Defense is just effort, bro. It's how. Obviously, there's good defenders, there's bad defenders, but 95% of defense is just, do you want to play defense? It's just move your feet. And I feel like he just has to get that ingrained. But he was also on an island this series, you know what I'm saying? Because correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think the Lakers had the defenders the Mavs had last year. So you could hide Luka a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You can't really hide him when he's playing with the Lakers right now.
Yeah, because I mean, he's out there with a lineup of 40-year-old Bron, Rui, who's not a very great defender, Austin Reeves, who's not a great defender. I mean, the only good to above average defender you have on that team is Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like Vanderbilt, maybe.
I think they were trying to hide him on Jaden McDaniels, and Jaden McDaniels got off a couple times in the series. Like,
yeah, and a lot of it too is, like I said, it's just an effort thing. So like, hopefully this offseason for the Lakers and for him, like he really settled down with the fact that you are a Los Angeles Lakers if you choose to sign that extension, right? Which we're all assuming that he does sign that contract extension. Like, and also too, like maybe he needs to take a break. I know how much he loves playing for Slovenia in the summer. Bro, that shit, you see it. That shit is burning him out.
Yeah,
like him playing basketball, like these deep playoff runs, and then a month and a half later, turning around and going playing Euro ball, and then after that, a month later, then you have to do training camp preseason. Like he need a break, bro. Like you could see it. He needs a break.
Well, what about these Wolves though? They look good.
Hey, you know what? We got to give. I got to give my bad to this team because I had a lot of doubts about them. Not really about Anthony Edwards. I knew he was going to do his thing, but we know that Gobert has a we'll say rough history in the playoffs. Julius Randle as well has also been notoriously bad in the playoffs. But those two guys in particular in that game 5 and throughout the series made a lot of big plays for this team, man. Gobert had 27 and 24 in that closeout game, which, again, you could credit that to the Lakers not having a center on this roster. But when they needed him to make plays, Gobert was there. And, again, I know he's one of the most hated players in the league, but you have to give him credit where credit's due. He did a great job of just setting the Timberwolves up for success on defense, and it was really part of it was a teamwork of him and Randall getting buckets, Anthony Edwards getting buckets, that I really don't think there was a point in this series where the Lakers looked like the better team, in my opinion.
No, I mean, Gobert finally realized he was 7 foot, and the Lakers weren't playing a center. He finally realized that, and he had 24 rebounds. Like, I can't really not say not give too much credit, but this is probably the worst matchup for the Lakers as far as like size goes. Like, they didn't have any bodies for Julius Randle or Gobert. Like,
Randle was shooting so fake that game. Like, bro, like when you got Julius Randle splashing threes, like it's over. It's Jover, man. Like, and I gotta give credit to Ant too. We talked last year about what he did against Dallas, about how Dallas basically was like, we want you to turn into a playmaker. And he was not able to do that last year. And it looks like he's taking the leap as far as being able to find the open man. And it got to the point where I was looking at TV like, all right, JJ, stop sending the doubles. Stop sending the doubles to him because he's finding the right guy and there's no big. So enough. Let him play one-on-one. Just let him play one-on-one. And that's all credit due to Ant.
Hey, let Ant get his because they know, like, the Lakers always struggle against explosive guards because they don't have nobody. They don't have no rim protector, and they don't have really anybody to slide their puppies for real on defense. Mm-hmm. You let Ant go get his and see what happens after that. Plus, the Timberwolves are a Jaden McDaniel leap from being serious. If he can become like a consistent scoring threat, like he was top 5 in high school, like. If he can pan out and be the player that he's supposed to be, the Timberwolves can be nasty, and they got him on a discount right now.
Yeah. And hey, shout out to Ant too, because this is, I think, the 3rd GOAT that he's eliminated from the playoffs. He got rid of LeBron. The year before that, it was KD. Jokic too, and maybe Steph Curry next.
Hey, my thing is, they do get the Rockets or the Warriors. If he knock out Steph, it may get a little nasty.
I think he's providing like himself such a great legacy. I need people to stop overrating Ant though, especially when it comes to certain conversations. Like, Ant is good. I think this year is solidifying himself as a top 10 player in the league, but he still has a ways to go as far as being invested in world conversations because.
People got him in the best in the world conversations.
Yeah, I have some delusional friends that says he's in combos with SGAs, the Lukas, the Giannis's of the world, and I'm like, my good buddy, if last year he wasn't in that combo, what makes you think he's in it this year? He's closer, but he's still got a ways to go as a player, and I think people just need to be reminded. Maybe that's just the hater in me. Like, I like Ant a lot, but I think people are just like so enamored with him and his personality that it's like. Yeah, he's a great player, but let's like.
I think he top 10 for sure, but I don't know about top 5. You still got Jokic, Luka, Giannis, SGA, Tatum,
Wemby, and then Wemby is. I give it one more year. Wemby's probably better than him. I'm like, I know it's such a cop out to say Wemby because he hasn't done anything, but like, I don't think people realize he's already a top 10 player in basketball.
Yeah, you called it though. Like I said, give him a few seasons. He's going on his 3rd season next year.
Yeah.
He's gonna be entering that top 10. Like, I don't care if the Spurs aren't winning, bro. I know what my eyes see. That's a top 10 player in the world.
Bro, and really give it like a year or so change. I'm gonna start looking at my fingers on my hand, like how many guys are actually better than Victor Wembanyama.
It's in that 7 to 10 range as far as best in the world.
I think he's right there with where I would put like AD, guys like AD, Donovan Mitchell. What's his name? Yeah, like shit. If you want to still say Bron and KD, like those tier players, I think he's there. I think guys that we talked about earlier in the show, Paolo Banchero, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson, he's with them. He's with them.
I think he better than all them. But
I think so too. But
I think he's in that tier that you said before that. But I feel like they can go to the Western Conference Finals. I can see them beating the Rockets and the Warriors.
I think they probably end up beating Rockets or the Warriors.
I think they probably end up beating them. Bro.
I think they got the luck of the draw of not having to face a team like the Clippers. I think if anybody's pissed, it's fucking OKC that they got to play the Clippers or the Nuggets, because I think OKC probably wins. But
the Nuggets are a good matchup for them. I think they are Denver fans when it comes tomorrow. They are Denver fans.
I'm saying in comparison to, are you talking about OKC?
Yeah. OKC will be Denver fans tomorrow.
But I'm saying in comparison to playing a team like the Warriors or the Rockets, I think they'd much rather play the Warriors or the Rockets. But that leads into our final part of the show. We got 2 Game 7s, man. We got blessed in that aspect. But before we get to it, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment on the video if you're enjoying it so far. Man, we're running through these games. I'm having a really good time. And if you guys are having a really good time, again, subscribe. Jaysen's ads and everything are going to be in the description down below. But we got 2 Game 7s. Which one do you want to start with first? You want Rockets Warriors or you want Clippers Nuggets?
Clippers Nuggets, man.
Clippers Nuggets? Let's do it. James Harden finally showed up in the elimination game. What do you have, like 28 and 13 or something like that?
Yeah. He had 28. Hey, he finally showed up back against the wall.
Yeah, back against the wall. 28, 6 and 8.
Kawhi's playing like an android again too, man. This is scary. Like the Clippers, I said it at when the playoffs were first starting that they were going to be one of the teams to be afraid of, especially if we're one of these higher seeds. And they're giving Denver the work right now, taking them to 7 games. I mean, hey, we got to give some credit to Jamal Murray on Denver's side, too, because he stepped up a lot the last 2 games.
He's such a fake player, man.
bro, just when we were talking shit, Gobert was on my, not Gobert, Gobi was on my ass right before the playoffs about me talking about Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray does this in the first round.
He's playing really good. He's the first playoff merchant. Like, he don't care in the regular season. He's a playoff merchant, man. I don't know what it is, but I saw something, bro. He has as many 40-point games in the playoffs as he does in the regular season. Who does that? The playoffs are 16 games max, and he has as many 40-point games in the playoffs as he does in the regular season, which is 82 games. I don't understand Jamal Murray, bro. He a gamer, though.
Most, bro.
Hey, he a gamer.
I'd rather have
that. He's a gamer, man.
Bro, because I thought, especially after Kawhi's first couple games in this series, the first 2 games, really, I'm like, okay, Clippers are really going to blow past the Nuggets. And the Nuggets kind of flipped it on his head. Like, Jokic is going to do what Jokic does. Like, we know this. But Jamal being able to play the way that he is, Aaron Gordon stepping up, like, this team is looking like the Nuggets team we thought we were going to see the past 2 seasons. And that is in large part to do with Jamal Murray. I don't know who wins this Game 7. I'm going to be real with you.
Yes,
the
Clippers, it's a toss-up for me.
I really think it's a toss-up the way they're playing the series. Can you get another game like this from James Harden? Because that's really what's going to decide it for me. Because the 2 previous games, Game 4 and Game 5, he shot 5 for 11, 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 11 assists. Not good enough. Game 5, 11 points, 3 for 9, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Not good enough. But then this past game, elimination game, 28, 8, and 6. Like, that's what you need to see from James Harden for them to look like contenders.
Yeah, as long as you get Cyborg, Kawhi, and James Harden don't shit his pants, I feel like they can win. But again, you looking at Jamal Murray on the other side, and he takes his game to another level every playoffs. I don't know what it is. Every playoff series, he takes his game to another level. So, like I said, I don't know who I got. I'm gonna go Clippers. I'm gonna go Clippers.
I want the Clippers to win just because I want Clippers OKC. I'm gonna go Denver. I think, like, I've seen this James Harden show too many times.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I don't think we get another game like the past game. I trust more in the fact of the Nuggets not being terrible at home. So guys like Peyton Watson and all of them are going to play a lot better. I just don't see James Harden doing this on the road.
It's just hilarious. Like their their gift for winning a game 7 is a 72-14 team, man. That's hilarious.
No, you're right. You're right, and I think we're having probably technical difficulties with Gage. But while we wait for him to come back, last game we have Rockets Warriors. Rockets came down for 3-1. And what do you think is the biggest reason for the Rockets coming back from 3 games so far?
Double big. They like, Golden State. They like to run that small ball, and Ime's kind of he countering that with putting Steven Adams and Şengün in the game at the same time, and rebound has been a big plus for the Rockets as of right now, because Fred VanVleet, he been hooping. I think he's turning into the veteran guard they needed, because JG's not getting it done. They're blitzing JG, and they kind of forcing VanVleet to show, okay, we gonna blitz y'all most dynamic scorer. We gonna see what you can do with the rock, and he's answered the call. So I feel like that's what it did.
Because you see, they asked Draymond about it. He's like, he's the reason why we lost against Toronto. Like, we know how good he can be. And so another thing too, is them just putting aiming more on Steph, because I think they let Jalen Green the first 2 games because he did so well. Like, okay, you're gonna guard Steph a lot of the times, and he got torched right after that. After that. And so for them to make that adjustment to Amen guarding him, and not really only Amen, but from Amen when he gets burned out, Dylan Brooks, like having both of them throwing bodies at Steph helped a lot, and just really letting the Warriors show their age. Like the Rockets are a lot more athletic than the Warriors. They
throwing a lot of looks too. Like they throwing zones at them. They switching it up every time. You know what I'm saying? I think though, in a game 7, like I would go Warriors just because of experience.
Hey, Jaysen, I was right there with you, man. But the problem for me with the Warriors at the moment is they have this playoff experience, but they also have like a little bit of a arrogance about them of, we were up 3-1 in this series. We're not going to take Houston super seriously in game 5, and we're just going to beat them at home. Game 6 comes around and they get slapped at home too. And now you're taking it to a game 7 in a series where it really shouldn't have gone to 7 for starters. And secondly, think about the 3 best players on your team. They're all over the age of 30. And you think a 7-game series is going to help them going into Oklahoma City, who are coming off of 10 days rest? Yeah, this is not a good look for Golden State. I don't really think it matters. Either one of these teams is probably not going to make it to the finals. But
they play in Minnesota though. Whoever wins this play Minnesota.
Yeah, they don't play OKC.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Clippers, Denver. Yeah.
No,
but you're right though. You're right though. Like I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place with this one. Like my heart tells me like don't bet against Golden State in these situations, especially when they now have a guy like Jimmy Butler that can take the load off of Steph Curry. But at the same time, bro, they're older, bro. And the thing we said about Houston is that they're younger, they're more athletic, and that's what's been coming up the last 2 games is that athleticism, man. Like that's what's been getting it done for Houston, and they're gonna be able to play at home in Toyota Arena. Like it's gonna be jumping in there. I already know Dev and Vic and all that were gonna be gassed watching it from home. So
if I'm the Warriors, I think I think Fred has shown you the last 2 games, like he here. I think you see if JG can beat you in a game 7. I think you stop blitzing JG, and I think you see if JG is really gonna show you who he is in a game 7 in his first playoffs, because Fred VanVleet, he got championship pedigree. He's not gonna be worried about the stadium rocking and all that. He's played in the NBA finals before. I think you put the ball in Jay Green's hands and see what he do with it, because he hasn't played good in 3 games. Like he's had 1 good game this series. Of course, it's due to them blitzing him. But my thing is, Fred VanVleet been tearing y'all off the bone. Do y'all want to put the ball in Fred's hands or Jalen hands?
No,
Yeah.
no, that's a fair
I think
argument.
we see what Jay Green do.
So final predictions. Jaysen, you got Golden State?
I'm gonna go Golden State. I'm gonna go Houston. I had Rockets in 6 though. I had Rockets in 6, but I'm gonna go Golden State in a game 7. I think I'm gonna go with the old fellas in a game 7.
That's probably a smart choice. I'm doing this off of pure arrogance because I need to get one series right because I've been missing so far in the playoffs. I had Houston in 7, and I'm rocking with Houston in 7. I think it's done.
Where you at, Gage?
I'm taking the Warriors. I'm still with the Warriors. As pissed as I am that they didn't close it out in 5, I think they need to finish it out in 7, and they'll take care of business in Houston. I hope.
I want the Rockets to win though. I want the Rockets to win, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can choose them in a game 7 with all them young players. Like I said, it's gonna be.
I'm sorry if you're watching this, but I hope it doesn't happen, bro.
It's gonna be a lot of jitters with them young fellas on the court, man. I don't know. I trust Steph more than I trust anybody else on the Rockets in a game 7, man.
Hey, that's my reasoning. But all right, well, that is the recap for the first round of the NBA playoffs. If you like this episode and you want to see us talk more NBA, we'll do another one of these for the second round. We'll have Jaysen join us again if you enjoy it. We get enough likes on it. So make sure y'all are subscribing, like it, sharing with a friend, and make sure you follow our guy Jaysen because he's a big basketball head. And whenever you need some NBA content, just let us know that you want to see Jaysen on the channel. And
just tap in with me, man. Just tap in with me.
At our NBA correspondent, NBA insider.
Hey, all right. Well, Jaysen, thanks, man. We really appreciate you joining, and we're excited to see what happens in these NBA playoffs.
Hey, man, Tatum, go get me one. Or Ant. I'm cool with Ant too.
Bro, I don't even know at this point. Like, I'm just like, actually, I got money on the line for Boston. One of the homies, bet me 50 that Boston wouldn't win the chip. I was like, man, that's an easy 50 burger. That's an easy 50 burger.
I don't know if y'all been seeing, but they talking about breaking that shit up in Boston after this year.
Oh, I heard about it, bro. Because what's it called?
And Drew.
But my thing is, they already got them signed.
I think they still gonna get hit by the second apron if somebody ain't gone. I don't know too much about the second apron. I just know I've been seeing reports about the Celtics breaking it up. I've been seeing KD to the Celtics. That's what I've been seeing.
Fuck that. Let's not do that.
That's what I've been seeing though. Like, and I think there's a real avenue for it, which is why people are saying it.
All right, bring Giannis to the Spurs while we're at it. But
all right, we're just saying that right now. It's right though. Jaysen, think about it. Your king is gonna get one last hoorah. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flip Austin Reeves, Gabe Vincent, and whatever first round pick. It's time to bring Giannis to LA, man. We're gonna put Giannis, Bron, Luka. It's time.
That spacing gonna be horrible.
I thought you were a Mavericks fan.
Who told him? It's been late show. It's been late show this year.
To the point with Bron, the dynasty starts after you.
Bad. What's that? It doesn't start with you. It starts after you.
I think the dynasty starts after Bron, man.
Fans would be sick. The minute Bron leave, Pelinka pull off Giannis. Oh my goodness. Niggas couldn't say shit to Pelinka after he snatched Luka away. He pulled off Giannis too.
Oh, yeah, I think Bron got one more year, man. One more year, hang it up, Bron. Don't damage your legacy, man.
Yeah. Retire in your LaBarbie dream house and call it a career,
you feel
bro.
Me?
But Jaysen, again, thank you so much for joining, man. We really appreciate it. If you like the audio recording content, make sure, like we said, y'all are subscribed, like the video. From the young Rottweiler, Ethan Hamilton.
Bark.
I'm 007 Gage Sutton. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we will see y'all next time.